Welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about some very powerful tools. These tools can help you in your research. These tools can help you in your studies. These tools can help you in your future career. Think of them as building blocks. You start with the simple ones and slowly build up to more complex ones. We'll begin with two programs you might already know. Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel. These are fundamental for organizing your thoughts and for sharing your findings. Perfect starting point for any aspiring researcher. Let's explore how they build a strong foundation. PowerPoint is more than just making slides. It's a tool for storytelling. Imagine you've spent weeks on a research project. You've collected data and have exciting results. How do you share this with others? PowerPoint helps you organize ideas into a clear, logical story. Excel is like a super-powered calculator and an organizer rolled into one. When you conduct research, you collect data. Excel keeps all this in one neat place. Create basic charts and graphs inside Excel. This is your first step into data visualization. Once you are comfortable with basic charts in Excel, you might need something more powerful. This is where a program called Origin comes in. Origin is a special tool designed for scientists and engineers to create high-quality scientific graphs. Think of it as the next level up from Excel's charting tools. While Excel is great for quick, simple visuals, Origin gives you much more control and precision. It allows you to create graphs that are ready for publication in scientific journals and formal research papers. It is the professional standard for presenting complex data clearly and accurately. So what makes Origin so special? It's all about the details. In scientific research, graphs must be very precise. Add error bars to show uncertainty in measurements. Fit your data to a mathematical equation to test a hypothesis. Origin makes these complex tasks much easier. Getting started with Origin might seem a little intimidating, but it's a logical next step. The user interface is designed for researchers. Import your data from a file similar to Excel. Choose from a huge library of graph types. Learning Origin is an investment in research communication skills. Now that we can organize and graph our data, let's talk about creating custom visuals. Sometimes a standard graph isn't enough. You might need to draw a diagram of your experimental setup, create a flowchart of your research process, or combine several graphs into a single comprehensive figure. This is where a design tool like Adobe Illustrator becomes incredibly useful for a researcher. Illustrator is a vector graphics editor. Instead of working with pixels like in a photograph and curves defined by mathematical equations, this allows you to create infinitely scalable and precise diagrams. Why would a researcher need Illustrator? Imagine you're explaining a complex biological process or a piece of custom-built machinery. A clear diagram is worth 1,000 words. With Illustrator, you can draw each component with precision. You can use different colors to highlight important parts. Add labels and arrows to show connections. Arrange everything in a way that is easy to understand. Unlike hand drawings or simple shapes in PowerPoint, Illustrator gives you complete control over every line and curve. This professionalism enhances the quality of your posters, presentations, and publications, making your research more impactful. Our journey now takes us into a new dimension, the third dimension. For many fields, especially in engineering architecture, some sciences, being able to design and visualize objects in 3D is essential. This is where computer-aided design, or CAD, and analysis software comes into play. Programs like SolidWorks, SketchUp, Fusion 360 allow you to build virtual 3D models of anything you can imagine, from a tiny mechanical gear to an entire building. These tools are not just for drawing, they are for designing, testing, creating things that can be built in the real world. They are the bridge between an idea and a physical object. Let's look at a few of these tools. SolidWorks is an industry standard for mechanical engineering. It is used to design parts and assemblies with incredible precision. You can then see how they all fit together in a virtual assembly, checking for any interferences before you ever build a physical prototype. This process, known as virtual prototyping, saves immense amounts of time and money. Tools like SketchUp and Fusion 360 are known for being more user-friendly and are great for beginners. The feeling of creating your first 3D object on the screen is incredibly rewarding and will motivate you to learn more advanced techniques. We have traveled a long way from simple PowerPoint slides to complex 3D models. It might seem like a lot to learn, but the key is to remember that this is a journey, not a race. Each tool we've discussed builds upon the last, creating a powerful toolkit for your academic and professional life. You started by learning to organize your ideas in PowerPoint and your data in Excel. This taught you the importance of structure and basic data handling. This foundation makes it easier to move on to more specialized tools because you already understand the core principles of presenting information clearly. Learning is an incremental process. You don't master everything overnight. You master one thing, and that makes the next thing just a little bit easier to grasp. So I encourage you to start today on September 2nd, 2025. Don't be intimidated by the list of software. Pick one place to start. The most important step is the first one. These skills will not only make your research better, but will also make you a more capable and confident professional, ready for any challenge that comes your way.